Hello. Welcome back to the woahp channel. Today, I'm continuing ESPecial Jobs. Last time I played this, I was having a really big issue with the library machine and not being able to find the fish chips that I was supposed to use on the dog movement coffee machine. They call it a coffee machine. But I saved my game, and luckily this saved in the cookies on my browser, so I was able to close out of the website, come back to it, and try my hand at uncovering the code. It has been many hours of sifting through this entire game. I have walked into this room more times than I can count. I have counted all these things, I've looked through all these images, and then I said, you know what, there's nothing here. So I walked over here, I started looking at this, I'm like, nothing. I look at this, the thing that I need is some kind of fish food. And it was only through the advertisements of the game from the developer on Steam. I believe they have this on Steam, you can wishlist it. Which, by the way, tough game. But that was the only reason why I found out that there was such a thing as chips in this game that needed to be found. It was weird because for a while I tried putting these envelopes into the boxes here. I tried putting it on the pedestal over here, and nothing was working. I mean, as you can see here, nothing happens. There was something about acquiring a stick. So, getting this stick is going to be a fun experience to have. And I'm not gonna wait another second to show you how I figured out what this combination was to give me the fish and chips needed for this coffee machine. In the inventory page, there are two letters. The first letter you see is going to have an N on the top of it. It's going to have these strange dots. For some reason, they look like the hydrogen and carbon elements that are put into the game. There's two sides to this letter, and you're welcome to spin this letter as often as you want. But there's a second letter, and this second letter has an S on the upper right hand side of it. And it has different amounts of dots. This time being 2 carbons on the front and 3 hydrogens on the front, as well as 3 hydrogens on the back and 1 carbon on the back. What does this mean? I went over to the nitrogen letter and decided to do some counting. No, I did not add 1 plus 1 plus 1 because that is the proton number for hydrogen. Turns out this game doesn't care about how many protons goes into each element. That has nothing to do with the library machine. So I went simpler. I decided to count the like-minded circles. Similar circles, however, I English. Yep, I English well. So, we're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5th one down here. On the back, there are 4 more. So that gives it a total of 4 plus 5, equaling out to be a total of 9 hydrogen elements. On the front, there are 2 carbons, and there's a 3rd carbon on the back. So I'm looking at 0903. That's the combination right here, because this is the carbon coming second. And there were 3 on that entire nitrogen envelope. So we're sticking to the nitrogen envelope. I put 3 on carbon side. On the hydrogen side, I'm going all the way up to 9. And I found out that you can just go backwards. It saves a couple clicks. If you'd like to speedrun this game, that is how to do it. But, oh man, the cursor is gonna be a challenge for all you speedrunners out there. So this is how to acquire the fish and chips. And I wanted to look at the sulfur envelope to see if anything came out of the machine for that. Request C03H09 in. Match found. Dimethylamine, also known as trimethylamine. Yep. TMA. In high concentrations, TMA has an ammonia odor and can cause necrosis. In lower concentrations, though, it's what causes fishy odor. Machines made to detect how fresh fish read concentrations of TMA to tell its freshness. And it reminds the doggy of fish treat snacks. Yes, we got some dog treats. Yes, fishies! I'm so excited to be getting this. Woo! Fishies was added to the inventory. Thank you, thank you. Okay, there is one more envelope. It is the sulfur envelope. Fishies, nice. I want to view this real quick. Very cute. How he spin. Well, okay. There we go. Fishy snack acquired. And now for the sulfur envelope. There appear to be 3 hydrogen elements on here, as well as 2 carbons. And going to the back side of the envelope, I've got 3 more hydrogens and 1 carbon. So, in total, the hydrogen has... it appears to be 6 of these elements. The carbon has 3. So let's put in 6 and 3. The fun part is figuring out which button to press down here. Sulfur. I need to press the sulfur one. Because it's a sulfur envelope. Okay, the sulfur looks like this, and on the machine, there is a sulfur button. It is the 3rd one on the machine, so let's press it. Absolutely nothing. Perhaps I got the buttons wrong? I think I did everything right, but there's nothing there. Wait! What the? Ugh, what happened? I blacked out? That was terrifying. My head still hurts. What? What was that? Propane toothionine. Usually called thioacetone. I love how smoothly I pronounce that. Thioacetone. Also known as one of the worst smelling chemicals ever. Yep. How can anything be so potent? The foul odor comes mainly from the presence of sulfur, but its strength might come from its chemical composition. I love that you guys get to see an example of thioacetone up on the screen right now. It might facilitate the molecules to react with the environment and create overwhelming different unpleasant odors. It's hard to say because experiments with it always were brief. In 1889, an attempt to distill it was made in Freiburg, Germany. Good place. The smell from the experiment caused reports of vomiting, yummy, nausea, and even unconsciousness. The most impressive thing was that reports came from a radius of 0.75 kilometers around the laboratory. That is a strong smell. What? Thioacetone is extremely lightweight. It's only 74 Da, so it can travel far and get everywhere. Further experiments discovered that diluting it made it worse. This prompted a British chemist in 1890 to describe it as fearful. In 1967, when the experiment was being repeated, a cap jumped from a flask containing thioacetone. And even though they immediately replaced it, they received complaints from building 200 meters around. Two researchers, even after changing their lab clothings, were victims of humiliation later in the evening at a restaurant when a waiter sprayed deodorant in their vicinity. What do you think we are supposed to do with this? I bet that absolutely nothing. We found it because it was sure an experiment. To remember for the dog. I'm glad you said that. I hope I never have to go through something like this again. Okay. Are we inferring that the dog has smelled a very distinct chemical called thioacetone? Or is the brain experimenting new chemicals and it accidentally came across thioacetone all on its own? I didn't get a stick from that experiment, but I got rid of the 2 letters. So there mustn't be another use for the letters. Good for me. Look at that. A fish. Yes, it goes there. We should be able to begin the training now. Thank goodness. I pressed these buttons for so long. I thought that it was just, oh, you have to press one certain button in the right order. Or maybe you can press a picture down here. But turns out, this machine is not a coffee machine. It is a fish-eating machine, where we get the dog to do tricks and then we give him treats. I love it. At least the memory of a treat, because this is a brain that we are in. Okay, so this is the next interesting part of the puzzle. There was a spade, clover, diamond thing going on right outside on the trophy thing. So let's find out exactly what this might be. Okay, so there are 4 images right down here. Perhaps I do this, 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 which would make a lot of sense. Let me do that. I know. 3 zeros? How are we going to please the judges? They're judges. We must be doing something wrong. No, I just put in the code incorrectly. What is this training for anyway? Could it be for the tournament we saw in the diploma? That's a good guess. Maybe. Alright, so this one, that one, back to this one, over to here, and then down to here. There is an extra one somewhere. Ooh. Very interesting indeed. I'm gonna go back here for a minute, because there was a diploma over here, and it's got some stuff. Right, so I do up, down, clover, triangle. So perhaps I start... They've said this, I've read it a bajillion times. Let me do this again. Okay, start out here, and then go here. I'm just trying to make sure that I do it right. 15, 26, 0. Look, those display things show something different. Uh-oh. It seems like some kind of code. Uh-oh. Whatever we needed to get from this room, this is it. But where is the coffee? Maybe the machine ran out of the stuff. Rats. I wanted to taste it. 1526 0. I'm on it. That looks like the thing for the library. 1526. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. And then 26. One of these over here means 0. And I think it's this one. Give me stick. That is not it. Oh! Okay, I've got to swap the numbers. We have to insert a valid input to the machine on the right and pay special attention to what button to press here. Yep. They say that every single time I get the code incorrect. But I'm gonna swap it around. Let me just double check, make sure that... Whoa. Okay, let me double check and make sure that this thing is right. I'm looking for one. I think it's oxygen. Oh, yo. The way I can double check this is to go back to the dog room and to see which one equaled 0. So this is gonna equal 1, this is 16, and this one is 11. So whichever one equals 0 is going to be an interesting dilemma. Okay, H is 26, C is 15, 0. Nice. I did that pretty accurately. Except I got it backwards. This one's the carbon. This one's the hydrogen. 26. Okay, let's try that out. Press in this one. Nope. Uh-huh. There it is. Request C15H260. Match found. Woo! 3, 7, 11. Trimethyl 1, 6, 10. Dodecatrion 3. Oh! Thanks, yeah. Very informative. Nerolidol. Huh. I see. What about it? It's found in the essential oils of many types of plants and flowers. Very interesting. Its aroma is described as woody and reminiscent of fresh bark. And for the doggy, it's his favorite stick. Okay. Yeah, it's his favorite stick. Stick was added to the inventory. Yeah, that must be why he remembered it so well. I have been inside this building for like 2 days. Let's get out of the building and put the final thing on the final pedestal. Stick pedestal. Use. I want to view it. I worked this hard, dude. I spent this long. I'm looking at my stick. He spin fast. He spin well. Let's put it here. Let's do it! And here we go! Oh, yo. Hi. Look over there, behind the tracks. A guy appeared. Nice. Like a marching band guy, right? Maybe I can talk to him. Maybe I can talk to him over here. 3, 2, 1. Wait! Start! What? Go, 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 go! Yes. I got him. 5, before. Do it again. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Cool, cool. Game over. We won? Yeah, I just picked 2 the whole time. Look, the guy is giving us a key. Yes. Oh, I get to put this into the dog brain and activate motor cortex. Motor key was added to the inventory. Bye, guy. Thanks, guy, and see you someday. Yeah, I just saw him. It was great. Dude, if I play this game again, I'll see him again. If you guys play this game again, you'll see him in person. Nothing happens when operating the controls. We need an ignition key to get this going. Let me put one in. Oh, dude, viewing the key. It's perfect. I viewed it again. It looked so cool, I accidentally viewed it twice. Let's use... Well, let's see if the key fits. And now I give it a turn. It works. That is exactly the visual representation of starting up a motor. Let's go. I did it. I'm the dog now. Yeah, cute cutscene. Where do I feel like I'm going? I know. The park. It's to the east. Oh, nice. All that, and now I get to operate a dog. But it feels so rewarding now that I've done all those puzzles. Bark, bark. Here must be where Beba lives. Let's come back once we find the dog. I am the dog, and Beba's the old lady. Hello? Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. I don't have a bark button. Oh, you're the dog. It's a Shiba. Here you are. I finally found you. Oof. You'll be back home soon. Follow me. Oof. Okay, wait here a little bit. I'm going to fetch Beba. To pick you up. She'll be so happy to see you again. She really will. Dude, I'm a dog. Bark, bark. Can I talk to you, dog? Be right back. No, let me... Woof. Let me talk to him. I want to talk to him. Bark, 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 bark. Window, window. Yo! Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna ring my bell. I can't... Okay, I can't reach the table. Oh, yo. I'm so cute! I'm adorable! Beba! Beba! Hey, Beba, I'm a dog. Woof, woof. Beba, it's me, Issa. I found Cash. Beba, are you there? I have your dog at home. Beba! Wait for it. Oh wait, I'm a dog. What's all that racket going on outside? Beba! Good news. Cash! Yes, he's waiting at my house. Let's go get him. I missed you too, buddy. I didn't took that long, but hey, I'm also happy to see you again. Where were you? You had me very worried. Cash? Wait, what? Come on, let's go inside. I'm glad you found your way back home. No, 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 this is a mistake! And to think that I even asked for help from that weird girl. And it was me! I found him! Issa, reveal yourself. Beba's gonna take you home. It's a relief I didn't have to pay her. That would have been embarrassing. No! I found him! You have to pay me! Enough playing outside, we are going inside. Sir, we have a problem. What happened? The observatory reported a jump of fine-structured constant. Oh, what? His face is a bunny. Are they sure? Guys, his face is 100% one bunny. 100%. They didn't want to raise the alarm before they double-checked the data. And what does it mean? Nobody knows. But everybody is afraid something very strange is happening to the essence of reality. Call for a committee to be formed immediately. Yes, sir. We need to know everything about this phenomenon. The existence of our universe might be in danger, and we are completely in the dark. And we might be powerless about it. Very, very cool. Well, okay. If you enjoyed it, please wishlist the game to help us finish it. Join our mailing list and socials for updates on the full version and boxed cartridges. Thanks for playing this demo. Very, very cool. Yeah. That was, phenomenal game. Nice. ESPecial Jobs. They are currently putting this up on Steam. So you can actually wishlist it. The game is going to come out. There's no set release date on it. And as far as I know, there are plenty of walkthroughs waiting to be written about this difficult, challenging puzzle game. So thank you for hanging out with me today and checking out a very fun puzzle indie game. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. There is about to be this gigantic change to Steam surrounding indie games, so we might be seeing a lot more indie games on Steam. Be prepared for that, and subscribe to woahp. See ya! And make one for me. Oh, I'm like a child, dude. They're like putting images next to the word, and it's now making sense. Like, I was just calling those balls. I did try to go over and catch a lily frog, and there's one particular... Hi, Choco Cat. There's one particular area where the lily frog sits. However,